the Stone Creek Kitchen with Apana from Village Tavern, who's hard at work making a wonderfully delicious Italian chicken parmesan Dijon chicken. I think I said chicken twice.
Yes.
Italian chicken parmesan Dijon chicken.
Twice the flavor.
Just in case you didn't know, we're making chicken.
Twice the recipe.
Twice the chicken.
Okay, so in our first segment, we made the chicken, Reggiano cheese, and you know, Stephanie brought up a good question a little bit earlier. It's like, you can make this much thinner, and I would suggest, again, out there, make it thinner. The thinner it is, the better it is, because you're not going to have to really baby the chicken as much. And I baby my chicken, I spoil them. You know, I'll be honest with you, so they can be a little bit thicker. But if you notice a nice brown color.
Your chicken and your wife.
Yeah, that's right.
You treat them all the same.
Sadly, no, I probably spoil my chicken more. And that's awful. That's awful. But you know, it's a nice brown color. And what really gives its nice brown color is the Reggiano Parmesan cheese starts to brown. So, and it's too bad this isn't like a scratch and sniff station, because you could smell it, and I love the smell of Parmesan cheese. However, so we have our chicken. What I've done is I removed it from the original pan.
I did like the scratch and sniff thing. I don't know, I didn't laugh. But I was laughing inside.
But I'm bummed. I'll be here all week. I'll be here all week. So, so now we have our pan that has some of the trimmings in there. What we want to do is, the first thing to make the sauce, we're going to add a little butter in there, and we're going to let that melt and brown. And some of the things that are in there that we discussed earlier, we have Dijon mustard. There are two types. There is a smooth Dijon and there's a grainy Dijon. Definitely stay with the smooth.
Okay.
Yeah, the grainy one. Things. Yeah, those are actually those work really well for dressings like honey mustard.
Oh, okay.
This will incorporate much better into a sauce. Capers, a caper, like I said, it has pretty much a very salty taste to it initially. The lemon will counterbalance that, and a caper is really it's a seed for the most part. It's an unblossomed flower.
I did not know that.
Yes, you know what?
I'm learning all kinds of
untapped well of knowledge today. I'm spreading it around the world. So, what you want to do is, once you have the butter melting, and you want, like I said, you want to keep the trimmings, the oil, and everything in there. You're going to let that melt down to its basic point, and then what you want to do is you want to take fresh lemon. You can add any kind of lemon juice you'd like. I always suggest fresh lemon. 1 full lemon. And you're going to just get that in there. And
well, it's a workout too.
Oh yeah, you know, definitely forearms, wrist, biceps.
If you do it like that, you could even get like your chest workout in there.
I need you to spot me right here. So, all right. So we have our fresh lemon in there. We're going to throw some capers in there as well. And there's going to be some juice in there, and that's fine. And you're going to let those simmer a little bit. Dijon mustard. Now you can hear it starting to boil over. That's the juice from the lemon. And you're going to mix that, and the Dijon mustard is really the biggest key to the sauce, because it adds so much to the sauce itself, and hopefully you can smell things. Can you smell that? Okay, good. Just making sure somebody can smell that besides me. So, now, when you have your fresh parsley, and I say this, I sound like a broken record, but when you use fresh herbs, always cut them at the last minute. Don't cut them early, because you really lose the flavor. And consequently, when you're putting something like that into a sauce, I like to add it at the very last moment. So I just chopped this probably about 45 minutes ago, and you're just going to incorporate that into the sauce. When
I was making that chicken piccata recipe the other day, it called for parsley, but then there was the flat parsley, and then there was a different kind. I forgot.
An Italian parsley.
Which one is better, and why do you use?
You know, both of them are fine. They're different types of parsley, so their leaves are different.
Right.
You know, so
I got the curly ones.
Yeah, you know what? Either one will work. And I like how you incorporated your recipe again. So if this really is a competition,
I'm telling
that's
you.
it. You bring it here, and I'm coming back on,
recipe.
and we're going to do a taste test with everyone in here. That's the way you want to do it.
I just needed to clarify. I didn't have anybody in my kitchen yesterday. Now you're in my kitchen.
That's right. I am. But you know, if you look at the notice sauce, it certainly has a yellow flavor. Yeah, it will start to thicken. It certainly will. But really, it's just a flavor. It's not a heavy sauce. It's going to go lightly coat over the chicken. And when we're done, what we're going to do is we're going to discuss some wines that can go with it. I personally like to put this over a little bit of pasta, put the chicken on there. You can do asparagus. You
what
can
if
do green
we
beans.
want to create this recipe for a larger number of people? We would desire a little bit more sauce, because...
Yes, and then just double the recipe, or triple the recipe, and you can certainly do that. It's always good to make a little bit more sauce and less, because since you're drizzling on top of the chicken, you don't have to, you know...
Well, too, if your chicken's dry...
Yeah, but it's not.
You can
but
totally.
It's not. It won't be.
But his is not. Well, you can definitely start to smell the Dijon in that.
Oh yeah, it's my favorite.
Smells good.
But great wines go with it. It's so flexible with any kind of side item. You don't even need a side item on it, to be honest with you.
And we want to make sure that we're not keeping that on the heat for too long.
Or yeah, you know, if you keep it on, like the butter will start to break down.
Okay.
So like right now we're done. you can just take it off, and it'll keep it lukewarm. And if it starts to harden a little bit because of the butter, just put it back over the heat, and it'll warm it up again.
Perfect.
But
we
we'll
did
see what
all
it's
the
like.
troubleshooting for people.
I know. I know.
This is a foolproof, delicious recipe. And we're going to finish it up with pairing it with some wine and showing you how it all looks.
Oh yes.
Coming up.
Yum.